Hi, I'm DJ Pinknoise. Thanks for checking out our Strange Ways Radio YouTube page and our review of a recent stop on the Trust Tour. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to our station to stay on top of everything going on here at Strange Ways. If you're not familiar with Trust, it's the dark electropop project of Robert Alfons, who was born in Canada. Now he's living and working in LA, and it's been about 5 years since his last album release, but he's back now with The Destroyer Part 1, which is the first half of a two-part album, which was released in April on House Arrest Records. The Destroyer Part 2 is scheduled to be out later this year, thus their tour of the UK and the US in support of both Parts 1 and 2 of the albums. If you followed Trust, you may know that they started as a duo back in 2012 when Robert released the self-titled album along with Maya Postepsky of Austria. By the time he released Joyland, his second album in 2014, he was doing it as a solo artist. But Maya does appear on the new album on 5 of the 8 tracks, including the songs Unbleached and Colossal. Sadly, she's not touring with him, but she's focusing on her work with Austria and Princess Century. So for this tour, he has a great backing band. Leah Braswell and Esther Munitz, who play drums and keyboards respectively, really just added a great energy. They're both incredible performers and seem to have great chemistry on stage with Robert. They really fill out the sound, and Robert Alfons is an extremely both introverted and captivating performer. He really manages to just kind of like hang back in the shadows. It's very dark and moody lighting, and but yet he manages to really connect with the audience, and everyone is pretty much just sucked into every word from pretty much from the first minute to the last. I mean, people were just captivated. They pretty much played most of the new album during the show, of course, including some of the standout singles like Unbleached and Colossal, Gone, Grouch, as well as including some of the old favorites from Joyland and from their first album. During the tour, he's been with several different support artists. This time he brought along the Canadian producer and singer Lydia Ainsworth with him, and she's supporting her new album, Phantom Forest, which is sort of an 80s infused synth pop album. Fans of artists like Kate Bush and Tori Amos will absolutely love Lydia. You can definitely catch Trust at different dates. He hasn't got a lot announced yet for the remainder of the summer or the fall around US and Canada. He has a tendency to just kind of pop up with these like dates that he announces like 2 weeks out for festivals or DJ gigs. So it's kind of always an unexpected surprise. And it's been a really long time since he's toured. And so I actually think this was the first time he played a lot of the cities in the Midwest that he covered on this tour. So fingers crossed that we will see a lot more from Robert Alfons and Trust on tour. And you can check out his Facebook page for details. And I highly recommend picking up The Destroyer Part 1 and stay tuned for Part 2 to drop later this year. And I hope you enjoy the video and the pictures. And thanks for tuning into our Strange Ways Radio YouTube page. Don't forget to subscribe and check out some of our other content. And I will hopefully be talking to you again soon here at Strange Ways Radio's YouTube page.